जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौरहरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीलापरिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी शिला गुरु महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीलापरिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीलापरिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जी की जय। जय तदया श्री रथ यात्रा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंहदेव की जय। जय शिला स्वरूप दामोदर गोस्वामी तिरुवाप्तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पादकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च। जय अनिल प्रेमधन करुणा प्रचुर हेन प्रभु कथा गेला चार्य ठाकुर काहा मोर स्वरूप रूप काहा सनातन काहा दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन काहा मोर भाता जुग काहा कबिराज एका काले कथा गेला गौरनाथाराज पाषाणे कुतिब माथा Pranale Poshiv Gaurango Gu Neronidhi Kotha Gele Pabo Se Sabo Sangiro Sange Je Koilo Bilas Se Sangana Paya Kande Narota Modas Jayanilo Premadhano Karuna Prachu Heno Prabhu Kotha Gela Acharya Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Today is a very auspicious day, Disappearance Day of Srila Svarup Damodar Goswami, and also Jagannath Dev's Ratha Yatra in Puri. So our Gurudev wrote biography of Svarup Damodar Goswami. I will not read everything, only I will open for reminding myself. It is stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 3.5 most intimate associates. They were all in Maduras, that is Svarup Damodar Goswami, Raya Ramananda Shiki Mahiti, and his sister Madhavi Devi. They are all in Maduras, that is why. In Krishna Lila, Svarup Damodar is Lalita Sakhi. In Gaur Ganudesh Deepika it is written Vishaka Sakhi, but according to our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we see Raya Ramananda as Vishaka and Svarup Damodar as Lalita Sakhi. So Mahaprabhu, he had his personal associates in different rasas. So Svarup Damodar, Jagadananda Pandit, Gadadhar Pandit, they are all in Maduras. They are doing Seva. In last 12 years, when Mahaprabhu was staying in Puri, but last 12 years he was not in preaching. Last 12 years he was all the time in the mood of Radharani, feeling separation, grief from Krishna, tasting that Radha Bhav. At that time, Svarup Damodar was his close companion in Gambhira. He used to do kirtan appropriate to Mahaprabhu's mood. And Svarup Damodar also, because he was so close, he had deep knowledge of who Mahaprabhu is. It is from him, he wrote in that Karacha, his notebook, that Krishna himself had 3 desires to taste Radharani's bhav. That is the main cause why Krishna descended as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Charitamrita we find Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining that Jugavatar time came to spread Juga Dharma, which is Nama Sankirtan, that Mahaprabhu did. But that was external reason. Internal reason is Krishna wanted to taste Radha Bhav. So Svarup Damodar Goswami wrote that verses explaining this. And he gave that notebook to Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was himself witness to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Puri, and also he was under Svarup Damodar Goswami as his Shiksha Guru, so he knew all these internal points of Krishna's avatar as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why he spoke about it in Radha Kunda for 3 hours. Every day he spoke about Chaitanya Lila, and Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami was hearing from Raghunath Das Goswami, and what Svarup Damodar wanted to say in those notebooks, that is the essence of that is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we are getting from him, from Svarup Damodar Goswami. And whenever Mahaprabhu was in separation grief, he would always pray to Raya Ramananda and Svarup Damodar what I should do, where I should go to find Krishna. Please tell me, please help me. And Svarup Damodar, he was expert singer. And he was also expert, knowledgeable person. He was singer like the Gandharva, and he was having knowledge of Siddhanta like Brihaspati. Incomparable. No personality was his equal. And he was very dear to Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, and Srivas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, all. Vrindavandas Thakur also told in Chaitanya Bhagavat that Svarup Damodar Goswami was one of Mahaprabhu's principal associates. When Svarup Damodar Goswami would sing, that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would lose consciousness in ecstasy. And in Tota Gopinath temple, Gadadhar Pandit used to give classes on Bhagavatam. That time Mahaprabhu was there listening, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Svarup Damodar Goswami, Bhakarshar Pandit, Murari Gupta and Gadadhar Das. They would hear. That is, of course, when those Bengali devotees were in Puri during Chaturmasya. And the Mahaprabhu used to request Gadadhar Pandit, I want to hear about Dhruva and Prahlad Charit. Again and again he wanted to hear, because those teachings are very important for us beginners. We have to apply those. There was no need for Mahaprabhu, because he wanted to taste Radha Bhav, but he came to rescue all fallen souls. So he was teaching by example that it is necessary for us. He, Svarup Damodar, he appeared in Bangladesh, East Bengal. But his family and they moved to Navadip. That time he was known as Purushottamacharya. So he was already participant in Mahaprabhu's Leelas in Navadip, Kirtans in Srivas Thakur's house and there. Then when Mahaprabhu took sannyas and was going to Puri on the request of his mother, that time Svarup Damodar also went to Benares and wanted to quickly to take sannyas himself also. From one Mayavadi there, like Mahaprabhu, he took from Mayavadi, because that time the Mayavadi sannyasis, they were having general respect in society. So Mahaprabhu's trick was that they will respect me in this way, I can rescue them. So Svarup Damodar also went there to Benares and was studying under one Mayavadi and for sannyas, but he did not finish those. He was so much impatient. Only some procedure he finished for sannyas. That is why his brahmachari title remained Svarup Damodar. He did not get sannyas name, and also not saffron cloth and so on. He only wanted that he should be free from all these obligations of this world and that he can always stay with Mahaprabhu. So though his guru told him, you have to study Vedanta and you have to teach Vedanta, Svarup Damodar said, yes, I will go to Mahaprabhu to Puri, I will do. Then Guru gave permission and Svarup Damodar went. There is a lot of explanation about this sannyas. So when Svarup Damodar, his guru was Chaitanyananda Bharati in Benares, Kashi, Varanasi. Then, with the permission of his guru, he came to Puri. That time he fell down to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he recited this prayer. Our Bhakti Swarup Sridhar Maharaj, he used to, I don't know now still, but I heard him, he used to say this prayer in front of classes. And one time Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Goswami Maharaj told him in Vienna, I remember, he told him to explain this verse. Helo dhulita khedaya vishadaya pronmilat amodoya shamya chastra vivadaya rasadaya chitar piton madaya shashvat bhakti vinodaya samadaya madhurya maryadaya Shri Chaitanya doyanide tavadoya bhuyat amando doya. The meaning is, it is in Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Chandradaya Natak. O ocean of mercy, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, may your unrestrained and auspicious mercy fall upon us, driving away all kinds of material lamentation easily, making everything pure, and awakening transcendental bliss, encasing all material pleasures, ending all quarrels and disagreements among different scriptures, pouring transcendental mellows and maddening the minds, stimulating the joy of devotional service constantly, and revealing the extent of the conjugal mood's sweetness. This prayer he put. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him. And then Svarup Damodar also gave Dandavat to Nityananda Prabhu, Paramananda Puri, and he was introduced to Jagadananda Pandit. And he also met Rai Ramananda when Rai Ramananda came from South India to Puri. And he was having great friendship with Pundarik Vidyanidhi. You remember on Oran Shashti day when Jagannath, they put winter clothes that is and has some starch in it, they not washed. Then Pundarik Vidyanidhi was objecting to this and criticizing the sevaks of Jagannath. Then that night Jagannath and Baladev came and they slapped Pundarik Vidyanidhi. How you can speak against my sevaks? They are doing according to my inspiration. If you want to maintain your purity, you go to your own place. Don't disturb here. And they slapped him. And his cheeks were swollen even when he woke up. Then he told to Svarup Damodar what happened, and Svarup Damodar was very happy. Oh, you got grace of Jagannath. And Baladev, I never heard of such lila before, that in dream he is chastising someone, so he was very happy. Then, as we heard yesterday, Svarup Damodar was participating in Gundicha Marjanam, and he threw out that Gauriya Vaishnav because he poured water on the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and drank. Mahaprabhu was happy within, and Svarup Damodar also knows, but in order to give the teaching that in front of deity or in the place of Bhagavan you should not have worship of anyone else there. And then also he was singing, and we heard that Mahaprabhu was dancing, jumping. He liked Svarup Damodar's kirtan most. Then, during Ratha Yatra, today is Ratha Yatra day in Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made 7 kirtan parties. 4 were in front, 2 were on the side of car, and 1 was at the back. So in the first Sankirtan party, Svarup Damodar was principal singer and Advaita Acharya was the principal dancer. There are other mentioned, later I may tell from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Mahaprabhu also displayed his mystic power during Ratha Yatra. He was dancing in all groups, but those who were in those groups, they thought only in our group Mahaprabhu is there, not in others. Later we will hear this. And during Ratha Yatra, Mahaprabhu was in special mood, and only Svarup Damodar understood. When Mahaprabhu chanted that verse, later I will tell, only Svarup Damodar understood. And he was singing appropriately, "Oh Krishna, now again I got you after a long time." That one refrain he was singing, Mahaprabhu was very ecstatic, happy to hear that. Later I will tell. So Svarup Damodar was the only one who understood that mood of Mahaprabhu. And later on, Rupa Goswami also understood, and he wrote it down. Then Mahaprabhu came to know. Then he slapped Rupa Goswami. He told, "How you could know my mood?" Then he asked Svarup Damodar Goswami, "How Rupa Goswami could know my mood?" Then Svarup Damodar said, "If Rupa Goswami knows your mood, then it must be your grace on him. Otherwise it is not possible." Then Rupa Goswami distributed that. He preached that truth about Mahaprabhu. And after Ratha Yatra, when Jagannath was still in Gundicha, then Hera Panchami, Lakshmi Vijay, that festival is coming. That time Lakshmi becomes very angry on Jagannath, and she arrests all sevaks of Jagannath and threatens them that they should bring Jagannath. So that time Mahaprabhu was saying, it's very astonishing, this man of Lakshmi. Then Srivas Thakur, who is Narad Muni, he was explaining the glories of that man of Lakshmi Devi. And then Mahaprabhu requested Svarup Damodar to narrate the glories of the Gopis man and of Radharani, that is superior. There it is mentioned that Svarup Damodar is natural Brajavasi, Prakrita Brajavasi. Though Svarup Damodar never in his life visited Vrindavan for parikrama or live there, no. But point is, his mood is Brajavasi, is Lalita Sakhi. So there Mahaprabhu was very happy to hear him, and he was hearing. Then Mahaprabhu started dancing, and he was so much absorbed in the mood of Radharani that even his external form became like Radharani. That time Nityananda Prabhu little stepped at distance, because he is Baladev, he cannot disturb that mood. So no one could stop Mahaprabhu Kirtan, or if he will fall down like this, Nityananda could not go near. That time Svarup Damodar went, and he pacified Mahaprabhu. That we will hear after some days, that pastime. And there was one Bhagavan Acharya, he was a friend of Svarup Damodar. So Bhagavan Acharya, he was pure devotee, but his father was materialist, and his younger brother was Mayavadi. So he was studying Vedanta, Vedanta in Varanasi. Then when he came to Puri, then out of simple-heartedness, Bhagavan Acharya said, "Now my younger brother came from Benares, so let us all hear Vedanta Sutra from him." Then Svarup Damodar became angry. "How you can say so? You lost all your mind in the association of your brother. Mahaprabhu forbid us to hear Mayavat, this commentary. Even if someone, even a great devotee, if he hears Mayavat commentary, then he will give up that devotion and he will want to merge into Brahman. Then Bhagavanacharya said, we are all great devotees fixed in Krishna. This cannot happen to us. Then Svarup Damodar said, it may be so, but still devotee never likes to hear Mayavat commentary, because there only Chaitanya, Brahma, this consciousness, Brahma, this is all the time uttering, and there is no mention of devotion to Krishna, and they are saying Brahman Satya Jagat Mithya, Brahman is only truth, this world is false, and Jiva also is false, and Bhagavan, Krishna, all this, all sattvic body they have, that is also false. So such things devotees, they don't want to hear. It pains their heart, such. So this teaching we got from Svarup Damodar, that we should not hear Mayavat philosophy. Yes, when a devotee hears the Mayavadis say that the living entity is only imaginary and that Supreme Lord is a manifestation of ignorance, it breaks his heart. And Svarup Damodar, he was secretary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never wanted to hear any composition which had any kind of apasiddhanta, wrong conclusions, or rasa bhas, improper mixture of rasas. He would not want to hear that. So if someone composed something, either poem or prose or something, then before it was given to Mahaprabhu to hear, Svarup Damodar had to check whether it is bona fide or not. So there was one Brahmin poet from Bengal. He came to Puri and he wrote one song about Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he wrote. So again this Bhagavanacharya said, because all people, they like that song. So Bhagavanacharya said, you please see this song to Svarup Damodar Goswami, he told. And Svarup Damodar, he read only some lines and already he understood this is full of apasiddhanta. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita you will find in details what was the mistake and rasa bhas. So he said no. And he chastised that Bengali poet, but he was simple-hearted. He was not arguing. Then Svarup Damodar said that, which is very important, Jaho Bhagavat Poro Vaishnavero Stane Ekanta Ashray Koro Chaitanya Charane Gaurango Bhakta Goner Nitya Koro Sangha Tobe to Janiba Siddhanta Samudra Taranga. He told to that poet, you study Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotee, Vaishnava, and you take absolute shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and daily you should associate with his personal associates, his devotees. Then you will be able to understand proper Siddhanta. Wave means ocean of Siddhanta. There are waves all the time coming. There is no limit to Siddhanta. That is why also in Chaitanya Charitamrita you will find you should not be lazy to understand Siddhanta. Because by proper Siddhanta, your mind will be fixed on Krishna. With that fixation of mind you will get. So don't be lazy in properly studying and properly understanding Siddhanta. Devotional conclusions from Shastra. That is why Goswamis, on the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wrote so many books with Siddhanta and Lila, both. also, when Choto Haridas, he was speaking intimately with Lady, then Mahaprabhu he ousted him. Then Svarup Damodar also tried to pacify Mahaprabhu, but not possible. Then later, that Choto Haridas committed suicide, but that was as an atonement, not as tamagun. So he atoned for that improper act. So he got his Siddha Deha, and in that Siddha Deha, he used to come to sing to Mahaprabhu. He was a good singer. No one could hear, or sometimes someone would hear his voice. So someone told, because he committed suicide, he became a ghost. Then Svarup Damodar said, no, he did not become a ghost. He is associate of Mahaprabhu, and he did this as an atonement. He's not a ghost. So one who is realized soul, he can detect. When Sanatana Goswami came to Puri, he was also introduced to Svarup Damodar. And when Raghunath Das Goswami, after escaping from his home, he came to Puri, that time Mahaprabhu told, I am giving you to the care of Svarup Damodar Goswami. He is your Shiksha Guru, he is your Guru. He will teach you everything. And Raghunath Das Goswami was known as Svarupa Raghu, because there were 3 Raghunathas. So this one was Svarup's Raghu. And he was learning from Svarup, but he was requesting Svarup Damodar Goswami, please tell to Mahaprabhu, I want to hear some personal instructions also from him. Then Mahaprabhu said, okay, already I told you that Svarup Damodar is your Guru. He knows more than me. But if you want to hear something from me, then I am telling you this. Bhalona na gramya katana kohibe, gramya katana shunibe. Bhalona khaibe ar bhalona poribe. Amani manada sada Krishnam loibe. Broje Radha Krishna Manasa Seva Koribe. You should not speak worldly topics, and you should not hear worldly topics. Gramya Katha, what is in the village, these worldly things, what is, who is married to whom, who is these things, or worldly no, you should not hear, you should not speak. And you should not be anxious to have nice cloth or nice food. And you should be amanina manadena, not desirous of any respect, and giving due respect to all. All the time you should chant Harinam, and in Vrindavan, in your mind, you serve Radha Krishna. In your Siddha Deha, you worship. And Mahaprabhu then told him, and Svarup Damodar, he will tell you all the details about this practice. He will tell you. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Haridas Thakur, he disappeared. That time Svarup Damodar was singing Nama Sankirtan, and Bakreshwar Pandit was dancing. Then Svarup Damodar Goswami also went to Jagannath Mandir to bring prasad. Mahaprabhu went there to beg, and he wanted to carry, but Svarup Damodar stopped him and said, no, we will bring that prasad. And they distributed also. And when Raghunath Bhatta Goswami came to Puri, he also met Svarup Damodar Goswami. He was introduced to him and other devotees. Then Mahaprabhu was playing the role of a sannyasi. So he was also in ecstasy all the time. So he used to practice great austerity. He used to sleep on some bark of tree. So sometimes his body was having bruises and some wounds like this. So devotees, they were not happy to see such austerity, especially not Jagadananda Pandit. So Jagadananda Pandit made one silk like cloth, and he put cotton inside, and he made a mattress and a pillow, and he offered to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu became angry. No, how I'm a sannyasi, how I can become a sense enjoyer? Why don't you just give me a bed? And this, that is not, Mahaprabhu did not accept. Then Svarup Damodar made one compromise. He took some old cloths of Mahaprabhu, and he took some dry leaves of bananas, and he made like a very small pieces, and he put in that Mahaprabhu's cloth, and he made like one pillow and one mattress from that. That Mahaprabhu hesitatingly, he accepted that. So he was very expert in serving Mahaprabhu, Svarup Damodar. And during the last period, those 12 years, when Mahaprabhu was full in Divyonmad, divine madness, in Puri, tasting Radha Bhav, he was in Gambhira, in Puri, that his room, and devotees, they locked that Gambhira 3 doors, locked from outside. You cannot, from inside, you cannot go out. But anyway, Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord. He, during the night time, when everyone's sleeping, he went out in separation grief, and they found him. He fell unconscious there in front of Jagannath Mandir, Lion's Gate, and his joints were loosened, a very long body. So Svarup Damodar and other devotees, they were searching for Mahaprabhu. They found him there. Then they started chanting loudly Harinam. Then Mahaprabhu woke up, said Hari Bol. Then he told to Svarup Damodar and other devotees what he saw in his meditation, in his samadhi, what he saw Krishna Lila, and that then Svarup Damodar took him back to Gambhira. And one time also he was running towards, he ran away from Gambhira. In night time he was going towards sand dunes on the beach. He was thinking that is Govardhan. He was running, again he fell unconscious, and devotees, they were searching him. Then they found him and they started chanting. Then Mahaprabhu, when he came back to this consciousness, middle consciousness, not fully outside, not fully inside, then he started to explain that I was in Govardhan, and Krishna was playing flute, and all the gopis came, and Radharani came, and they were joking, and I saw that. Then you came and you took me out from that with this noise. Harinam is sweeter than nectar when by pure devotees chanting, but Mahaprabhu, in comparison with what he was experiencing in his samadhi, he said, why you made this noise and you took me out? And then one day they also found him in east side, or Lion Gate, no, south of the Lion's Gate. Mahaprabhu was unconscious, and some cows were licking him and sniffing him, and his body was shrunken. That time also Svarup Damodar and others, they found him there, and they took him, and he would not come to his consciousness. They took him to Gambhira, and cows went following there. They did not want to leave Mahaprabhu. Then in Gambhira, there they did kirtan, and then Mahaprabhu slowly came out and his body became normal, then he again told what he saw, Vrindavan Lila, that Krishna was playing flute and Radharani came there to that kunja. I also went there, and there was tinkling sound of their ankle bells. Then, and they were jokingly speaking, and then you came and you took me out. Now I cannot hear that anymore. And he was crying. And before, in Govardhan, that Lila, Mahaprabhu said, I saw that Krishna took Radharani to cave inside. Then you called me out. Mahaprabhu was crying. Then Svarup Damodar sang one verse from Bhagavatam. The gopis, they were explaining about the flute. If some woman hears that flute, how she can remain chaste? You have to go to Krishna. Even animals, cows, birds, all they are astonishing and they are having ecstasy when they hear that flute. Mahaprabhu was very happy to hear the kirtan. Then one time, Mahaprabhu was in Aitota, that is near Gundicha, where now Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Goswami Maharaja's mat is there. There Mahaprabhu was there, and he was in ecstasy. Then he saw ocean, and he started running to ocean, thinking it is Jamuna. He fell into the ocean. Then we read in Chaitanya, then one fisherman caught him, and he brought, and that fisherman, by touching Mahaprabhu, also got prem. He was chanting Krishna Krishna, and when devotees, they were searching everywhere but could not find. Then when they heard that fisherman saying Krishna Krishna, then they understood. Then that fisherman said, today I caught one very big fish. I was thinking, then I saw this man, he was unconscious, and I touched, and ecstasy came, and I cannot stop chanting Krishna Nam. I don't know what is happening. Then Svarup Damodar said, yes, some ghost entered into you, but you don't worry, I'm exorcist. You don't worry, I will put out that. You just go on chanting Krishna Nam. And he slapped him a few times. Then he said, now you are okay. He pacified. Then they took him back to Gambhira. Svarup Damodar was always leader of devotees when they were night search parties. Only few examples are mentioned here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but Krishna Lila, Mahaprabhu's Lila is unlimited, so many pastimes. This is only some indication. But they used to search for Mahaprabhu in night time. Then, when towards the end of Mahaprabhu Lila, that time Mahaprabhu told, Horshe Prabhu Kohen Shuno Svarupa Ramarai. Kalo Nama Sankirtan Paramaupai. Or Nama Sankirtan Kalo Paramaupai. Very happily, he said to Svarup Damodar and Raya Ramananda, I am telling you that in this age of Kali, the best way to attain ultimate goal of life is Nama Sankirtan. Then after that he spoke Shikastaka verses to them. That is why you will find, we are hearing during Kartik Brata, Je Rupe Loile Nam Prem Upajoy. Tahar Lakshan Shlok Shuno Svarup Ramarai. Svarup Ramarai. You hear me. How one should chant Harinam, by which he will get prem. Uttam hoya apanake mane trinadham. Dui prakare sahisna kore brikasama. Brikho jeno katileho kichu na bulai. Shukayela maile kare pani na magoy. যে মাগয়ে তারে দে আপন ধন, ঘর্ম বৃষ্টি সখে আনের করে রক্ষণ। উত্তম হইয়া বৈষ্ণব হবে নিরাভিমান, জীবের সমান দিবে জানি কৃষ্ণ অধিষ্ঠান. In this way we have to chant Harinam, then we can get Prem. Thinking yourself lower than a blade of grass, tolerant as a tree, and giving due respect to all, and not desiring any respect for yourself, and always chanting, then you can get Krishna Prem. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Dibhyonmat, means divine madness, transcendental madness, that time Raya Ramananda and Svarup Damodar were constantly by the Lord's side, calming him and enriching his feelings of love. Svarup Damodar used to sing Kirtan and Raya Ramananda used to recite shlokas from Shastra, mainly Bhagavatam and some plays. Then, on today's day, Ratha Yatra day, Svarup Damodar Goswami, he disappeared from this world. So we are observing his disappearance day. I am bowing down to his lotus feet, praying for forgiveness for all offenses, and praying for his causeless mercy to bestow service of his lotus feet and the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Radha Krishna. He is our Gurudev in Guru Parampara. Daily we are singing Vishwambaram Priyankara Shri Svarupa Damodara. Our Gurudev is Svarup Damodar. Then Goswamis, and in Krishna Lila he is Lolita. We are also under Lolita Sakhi, because Rupa Manjari is serving under Lalita, and our Guru Vargas, they are serving under Rupa Manjari. So he is our Gurudev, so I am praying for her causeless mercy. Then today is also very happy day for Gauriya Vaishnavas, Ratha Yatra day. There is external reason stated in Brahmanda Puran that if anyone will see Vamandev, means Supreme Lord, mounted on chariot, then he will not take any more birth. That is there. So to rescue all the fallen souls, Jagannath comes out to give darshan to all, because some persons, they are not allowed to enter in Jagannath temple, and they are also not allowed to offer food. But on today's day, everyone can get darshan, because Jagannath himself will come out and he will give this opportunity to offer him food. Anyone, any caste, lady, anyone can offer him food on today's day. That Bhoga Drishti, he will eat everything, Jagannath. They will offer, and Bala Gandhi, where he will stop, there you can offer. So, and Mahaprabhu Jagannath, he will eat everything. In Puri they say Mahaprabhu Jagannath. Then, this is external reason. But internal reason, internal significance of Ratha Yatra is, when Krishna was in Dwarika, there was solar eclipse was about to happen, so it is very auspicious to do those rituals for solar eclipse in Kurukshetra Dham. So all Dwaraka party, they went to Kurukshetra, and Narad Goswami had to invite everyone, whole world, to invite for that event. Krishna told him, you invite everyone except Brajavasis. Then Narad Goswami became very much disturbed. Why not Brajavasis? They're having such love for you, they're dying in separation grief from you. they're only remaining alive because you said you will come back. So why not Brajavasis? Why you are so cruel to Brajavasis? You are giving them separation grief, and now even you don't want to invite them to see you there in Kurukshetra. Why is this? Then Krishna said, because Brajavasis, they are my own person, they are my own family. There is no need to invite own family. They are always invited. Like father does not need to invite his son. If son comes, always he is invited. So they are my own family. No need invitation. And Brajavasis, they came to know that Krishna will be in Kurukshetra, and they are feeling so much separation grief from him. All the time crying, not eating. But of course, that is internally highest bliss. So Krishna, that is his grace, he told in Brihad Bhagavatam, that is my grace. So, and union then becomes more happy. So Brajavasis, they were thinking, let us go. But then they were thinking, maybe Krishna forgot us. Now he's king, he's so much money, so many queens, also children, and so much opulence. We are nothing, we are poor farmers here, peasants, cowherds. Krishna forgot us. If we go there and we will not get his darshan, and he will not look at us, then we will die. So better we should not go. But then they were so much eager to anyway get darshan of Krishna, then cowherd boys and gopis, they were saying that maybe he forgot us, but a child can never forget his parents. So if Nanda and Jashoda, they will go, surely Krishna will come to see his parents and he will bow down, then we can get darshan of Krishna. Then they were requesting Nanda, Jashoda, they should go. They were old that time. It's not so easy to travel to Kurukshetra that time, walking in this ox cart. Then they somehow convinced. Jashoda also said, if I will go there and if I cannot get darshan of Krishna, then I will die. Then they said, no, you don't worry. Krishna will see you because you are his mother. He will come and bow down to you. You don't worry about it. Let us go. Then they decided, okay, they will go. And when they came there, there was Jagya, that arena, and you cannot enter that arena without ticket, invitation card. So they don't have any invitation card because Krishna told you don't invite Brajavasis. But they wanted to get darshan of Krishna. They went to gate and they said, we want to enter, we want to see Krishna. Krishna is our son. Then the guard became angry. How your son? Devaki and Vasudev, they are inside. They are his parents. And moreover, you are very poor persons. How Krishna is your son? You go out from here. You don't. If you have ticket, then okay, but without ticket you cannot go. Then they were crying. Then they went to all 3 other gates, because each side arena there was one gate, 4 gates. They could not enter anywhere. Same thing happened. Then they were crying, and then Jashoda was also crying very loudly. Gopal, 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 Gopal. Then Krishna, hearing that, because that was pure name in Raga mark, in that intimate, sweet, delightful relation, she's calling him Gopal. So Krishna could not remain there inside, and also it was shown that Nama Sankirtan is the best way to attract Krishna. He was not attracted to those yagyas and all those things there. He threw everything. Everything was destroyed there. And even he told before to Nara that if Brajavasis will come there, everything will be destroyed. Then our Bharati Maharaj, I heard from him here, the glory of chanting holy name is shown, the pure name with relation. If you chant, Krishna will be there, Krishna will come, cannot remain. So he was crying, Krishna was crying, and he threw all that crown and that opulent cloth and like this. He came out and he came into the lap of Mother Jashoda, and then they met. Then also after he met cowherd boys and also gopis and Radharani. So that time when Krishna wanted to go with that chariot back to Dwaraka because everything was disturbed there, that yaga and everything, then gopis did not allow. And they were pulling that chariot that you go to Vrindavan. And Radharani and gopis, Radharani especially, she was telling, yes, you are same Krishna and I am same Radharani. And we are meeting after a long time and I am happy. But this happiness here is not same. It is like nothing. In comparison, as in Vrindavan, here there's so many horses, elephants, opulence, this. But in Vrindavan, Jamuna is there and Govardhan and that surroundings and cow, that dress, cowherd. Here there is no happiness. You come to Vrindavan, and they were pulling that chariot. So with this mood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was seeing. Of course, first in the morning, it is in detail in Chaitanya Charitamrita, early in the morning, Mahaprabhu woke up and all other devotees, and Mahaprabhu served them with garland and sandalwood, and they had special place to see by the king's order. They could see that pastime of Jagannath coming out from the temple, and they are carrying him with the ropes from one path to another because very heavy deity. So they are carrying, so that pastime they saw Baladev, they are carrying out, then Subhadra, then Jagannath, because first Baladev will come. Baladev is Gurudev. Then by the grace of Gurudev we get Bhakti, that is Subhadra, Jogamaya. By Jogamaya we can be linked, by service we can be linked to Jagannath, to serve Krishna. Jogamaya, in the words of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, in carrying current. Mahamaya is out carrying current. And Jogamaya is in carrying current. Means will take you to Krishna. And Mahamaya will take you out from Krishna. So we have to take this current, in carrying current, Jogamaya, Bhakti. So by Bhakti we can get the service of Jagannath. So in this order they are coming. So they saw this, and there was a very big sound. If you were there in Puri, or if you see on YouTube, you can hear they're playing so many instruments, and that kasa gong, very loud, and they're doing like this. So very loud sound they were hearing. And then when the king came and he was sweeping in front of Jagannath to clear the road, that time Mahaprabhu's heart melted. Before he did not want to give darshan to king because he's a king. But now his heart melted. He's a king, but he's doing such menial service for Jagannath. This melts Supreme Lord, Seva attitude. Then they were pulling. Sometimes Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Jagannath, they were going slow, sometimes fast, because he's going by his own will, not by pulling. By his own will he's going. Also when carrying. So Mahaprabhu, they were doing kirtan, and first Mahaprabhu, he bowed down to Jagannath and he said many prayers in Aishwarya Mut, like to God. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Godita, that mantra, and Naham, then some other Devakinandana, some prayers, and Jai Jagannath, he was shouting, and then he said that Naham Vipra Nachamar, that in Archan we are doing that mantra. I am not Brahmin, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vanapras, Grihasta, Sannyasi, Brahmachari. No, I am Gopi Bhartur, Padakamal Dasa, 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 Nudasa. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of Gopinath, Krishna. That is my real identity. So he was praying. Then those 7 kirtan parties were there, and Jagannath was very much enjoying to see, and Mahaprabhu was dancing madly, jumping and crying. And sometimes they were 7 parties, sometimes they became all one, and Mahaprabhu was madly dancing in their midst. And there was also, because there is crowd, so first ring, Nityananda Prabhu, there were 3 rings. I think first ring was Nityananda Prabhu and his, then Kashi Mishra, no, Kashishwar and Govinda and others. Second and third was by Prataparudra King. 3, so that crowd will not go there. And one time when dancing, Mahaprabhu, he fell down just in front of King. That is to give him mercy. And King picked him up and got the transcendental touch of Mahaprabhu. But when Mahaprabhu came to consciousness, he outwardly, again for the sake of instructing others, said, "Oh, I was touched by a materialist. It's very not good." He was saying, but he wanted to grace the king because he knows he is a devotee, pure devotee. And by the grace of Mahaprabhu, this king saw that actually this Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are one and the same person. He got that realization. They are same. And he also saw how Mahaprabhu was present in all kirtan groups. At the same time. But each group thought that Mahaprabhu is only in our group, not in others. But King Prataparudra, he saw he was everywhere. And many realizations he got seeing this lila. So that time Mahaprabhu came in the mood of Radharani, and Svarup Damodar understood, and he started singing that, "Oh, finally I got you again. When I was young, you stole my heart. Now I got you again after a long time." That he was singing. And Mahaprabhu also sang one verse, which is from some mundane poetry about one lover and 2 boy and girl, saying that after a long time I'm meeting you, but here I'm not getting this same happiness like we had in that, on the bank of that river, some mundane thing. But Mahaprabhu was uttering that thinking that Radharani and Krishna in Kurukshetra. Only Svarup Damodar understood. And also Rupa Goswami, later he understood. So Mahaprabhu was in that mood, and he was also telling to Krishna that you are my mind is Vrindavan. So you please come. You put your lotus feet there. You come to Vrindavan because you like Vrindavan so much. You don't teach me this yoga, dhyan, this you taught us, you wanted to teach us through Uddhav. That is not good for gopis. Don't do this, it is not good. You have to come, otherwise we cannot live without you. And also how you can forget your parents and friends, all are dying. You have to come to Vrindavan. He was telling to Jagannath, he was telling Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani. You will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita in detail. Then Krishna also spoke that, yes, but I have to kill. I'm always crying for you. Also I'm coming. In unmanifest, I'm always coming. There are some few more demons I have to kill. I actually went out from Vrindavan for your sake, because I had to kill those demons to protect. So some few demons are still left. Then I will come to Vrindavan. You don't worry. And he said, this is my misfortune that I cannot be in Vrindavan. And Radharani also told, there is no fault in you. It is my misfortune, my bad luck that I'm feeling I'm not with you. This separation, grief is my bad luck. Amar Durdeva. My misfortune, not in my karma. So they're playing this pastime, human-like pastime. So this they were seeing there. Then sometimes Jagannath would not move seeing the dancing of Mahaprabhu, and they are doing dancing. And one time also King was seeing, and then Srivas Thakur stood in front. Then the sevak of King, he started to move Srivas, and Srivas became angry and slapped him. Then he wanted to slap him back, but King stopped him. No, this is Srivas. You are very fortunate to get a touch of such pure devotee. I am not so fortunate. Don't disturb him. Then Jagannath was going, and there this Baladanga or there is one place. He stopped there, and there you can offer. Everyone can offer, and he will take Bhoga Drishti. By his eyes he will eat. Everyone can offer. Chandal, Bideshi, anyone. Bideshi means foreigner, outside of India, or meat eater, mlecha, anyone can offer. Jagannath will accept, because he is Jagannath, master of all. Anyone who is offering with devotion, he will accept. And he was seeing gardens, and he was remembering Vrindavan, because Jagannath wants to go to Vrindavan. That is why he told to Lakshmi that I want to go to Gundicha and I will come back. Then Lakshmi gives permission, but he wants to go to Vrindavan. That is the point. And gopis, they are dragging him there. When one time Gurudev was in America in car, when before one ISKCON Ratha Yatra there in New York, very famous. So in car Gurudev asked one devotee, is it proper to say that we pull Jagannath or draw Jagannath? Then they said both is okay, but pulling is little better. Then Gurudev smiled, then he said, but how can we either pull or draw Jagannath? We cannot. He is Supreme Lord. No one can pull him. He is going by his own will. No one can forcefully pull him. So here also it was shown, when Mahaprabhu, they were so much tired because of so much kirtan and dancing, he went to one garden there and he lay down and closed eyes. That time Sarvam Bhattacharya said to king, now you can go. And king took off his royal dress and he put on like a Vaishnav dhoti, tilak. He came there and he was massaging the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and also reciting the Rasa Lila shlokas from Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu was very happy and he said, you say more. you recite more. Then finally, when he came to that verse, Tava Katamritam Tapta Jivanam, that the greatest donor in this world is one who is speaking Harikatha, because gopis, we are feeling so much separation from Krishna. So whoever is speaking Harikatha, he is the greatest benefactor, or donor, giver. So that time Mahaprabhu embraced him, king. He knew, of course he knows there is a king, but outwardly like he does not know. He said, who are you? You are my best well-wisher. You are saving my life. You are speaking about Krishna. Who are you? Then king said, I am your eternal servant. You please bless me with your service like this. He knew king, but he made such pastime because outwardly sannyasi should not meet king, because sannyasi is renounced and king is the greatest enjoyer in this world. Highest position and so many wives and this enjoyment. So it is not good. Of course, this king is not an enjoyer, he is pure devotee, but to show to the world, Mahaprabhu did not. But in this lila, in this trick, he gave him full blessing, because he knows he is a pure devotee. Then they brought prasad there. King and some other devotees, they brought prasad, Jagannath prasad, in that garden, and all devotees, they were taking so many preparations. You will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita Jagannath prasad described, but even Krishna's Guru, he said only I mentioned some, but there are unlimited preparations. So they were taking prasad. Then after that they wanted to, there on the road, they wanted to pull Jagannath, but Jagannath did not want to go. Then king brought some very powerful men, wrestlers and like this, to pull, but they could not pull. Then he brought elephants and soldiers, and they pulled, and the elephants, they were trying so much, they were crying because they were beating, and the elephants, they were trying so much, they were crying, but could not move Jagannath, because Jagannath is Jagannath. You cannot move. Then they called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees. Then Mahaprabhu told, you do kirtan here in front. And Mahaprabhu went back, and with his head he little pushed from behind, and immediately Jagannath was going. Automatically, no need to pull, automatically he was going. And also sometimes Mahaprabhu was in front, sometimes back, and sometimes Jagannath would stand to watch, like this, going forward like this, pastime between Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees. Then in the evening they reached Gundicha, and Jagannath was brought to Singhasan, throne, and Baladev also, and Subhadra. There was Arati. Then Mahaprabhu did kirtan with all his devotees, and then next day they stayed there for a long time. Then after that we will hear about that Hera Panchami. So today is this special event. All Gauriya Vaishnavas, they are very happy. This is great event because they are bringing Krishna to Vrindavan. There is also a return Ratha Yatra, but Gauriya Vaishnavas, they are not very enthusiastic about that. They are serving because it is seva necessary, because Jagannath has to go back from his excursion. They are serving, but not with great enthusiasm. But today is great enthusiasm, kirtan and everything. Very happy event. So today is Ratha Yatra in Puri, and also then devotees, they started to do this Leela of Jagannath also in other cities in villages in India on this same day, then also, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was first to bring this to Western countries, and it became very famous and very good for preaching. In London they did, in New York and other places in America, big event. So there's so many people, they can get Sukriti by participating in this Ratha Yatra, by pulling, by taking prasad, by hearing Harinam, and all this they can get. Because as a child, he said, that was my child's play also in house, this Ratha Yatra. When I was small, we are having those cars and these things, but Swami Maharaj had Ratha Yatra as a child, so different Sukriti. So today is this Ratha Yatra, so I was watching something on YouTube live. Everyone is very happy with Ratha Yatra. Some people die also on that stampede or something, but you will go to Vishnulok because this event, and so many unlimited people there, they're all in their devotion to Jagannath, they come. So I'm bowing down to Baladev, Subhadra and Jagannath, praying for their causeless mercy, for their seva. Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev, Jai Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev, Jai Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev, Jai Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Subhadra, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jai Subhadra, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jai Subhadra, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jai Jagannath, Jai Sudarshan, Jai Sudarshan, Jai Sudarshan, Jai Jai Sudarshan, Jai Sudarshan, Jai Jai Sudarshan, Jai Sudarshan, Jai Jai Sudarshan, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jai Sudarshan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंदा प्रभु की जय। जय जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सार्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री स्वरूप दामोदर गोसाई प्रभु तेरहवां तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय धामवासी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय तदया श्री रथ यात्रा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय महोत्सवकारी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल।